So, are you really getting everything you can out of your HubSpot emails? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on two of the most powerful and, honestly, most misunderstood features in your toolbox: email tracking and logging. By the end of this, you'll know exactly how to set them up for a massive impact and keep your data squeaky clean. You know the feeling, right? You write that perfect email, hit send, and then what? Is it just silence? Or are you getting a whole stream of valuable data that tells you exactly who's paying attention? Let's find out what's really going on after you click that button. Okay, here's the game plan. First, we'll get super clear on the difference between tracking and logging. Then, we'll dive right into the settings, first for you as an individual, and then for the admins who set the rules for everyone. We'll also cover the absolutely critical never log list to keep your CRM tidy. Then we'll wrap it all up with the big takeaways. So let's start right at the beginning, with the foundation. Getting this one difference right is honestly the key to everything else we're going to talk about. Once this clicks, you'll know exactly which tool to use and when to use it. All right, so what is email tracking? Think of it as your engagement radar. HubSpot sneaks this tiny, invisible pixel into your email. The second your recipient opens it, that pixel loads, and bam, you get a notification. It's all about knowing if and when someone is interacting with your message in real time. Now, email logging, that's a completely different animal. This has nothing to do with opens or clicks. Logging is all about creating a system of record. It saves a full copy of your email, the text, the attachments, the whole shebang, right onto that contact's timeline in HubSpot. It's like building a shared communication library for your entire team. Okay, so let's just boil this down to make it super simple. Tracking is for the now. It gives you those instant alerts about engagement. Logging is for the future. It creates that permanent historical record for your whole team. One tells you, hey, they're interested. The other tells everyone, here's exactly what was said. Okay, with that foundation solid, let's get practical. How do you actually control all this stuff? We're going to start with the settings you can manage all by yourself as an individual user, so you can tailor your own workflow perfectly. And you know what the best part is? You don't have to go digging around in the main HubSpot portal for this stuff. These controls live right where you do all your work, inside your Gmail or Outlook, all thanks to that handy HubSpot sales extension. Setting this up is ridiculously easy. Seriously, inside Gmail, just look for that little HubSpot sprocket icon. Give it a click, pick Log and Track Settings, and you'll see two simple little toggles. This is where you set your personal defaults. You know, whether log email and track email are automatically switched on or off every single time you write a new message. And just remember, you are never locked in. These are just your defaults to save you a click or two. For every single email you write, you still have the final say with those log and track checkboxes right there, next to the send button. Okay, let's zoom out a bit. We've talked about individual users. Now let's talk about the team level. This section is for all you super admins out there who need to create a consistent, reliable process for the entire organization. So as a super admin, you've got the power to set the baseline for everybody. You can establish the default behavior for tracking and logging across your entire HubSpot account. This makes sure that everyone on the team is starting from the exact same page. So to find these powerful controls, you're going to head into your main HubSpot portal. Click that Settings gear icon, then over in the left sidebar, find Objects and click Activities. From there, you'll see the Email Log and Track tab. That's your command center. And as an admin, you have some serious control in here. You can decide if users are even allowed to track emails at all. You can force tracking and logging to be on by default for everyone. And this one is huge. You get to decide if email attachments get saved to the CRM, which has big implications for both data storage and privacy. Okay, this next feature is one of my absolute favorites because it's all about keeping your CRM clean, professional, and compliant. The never log list is your safety net. It proactively stops the wrong information from ever getting into your system in the first place. Now, what's cool is you could actually set this up in two different places. As an individual, you can add addresses to your own never log list right in your email extension. That's perfect for personal contacts. But as an admin, you can set a global list in the HubSpot portal, which applies to everyone and is totally essential for company-wide data rules. For admins, the path is the same one we were just at: settings, then objects, activities, and then email log and track tab. In there, you'll see a text box labeled never log. This is where you can pop in specific email addresses or even entire domains to automatically block them from ever being saved to the CRM. So what should go on this list? Well, first, definitely your own company's domain. This stops all that internal back and forth from cluttering up your CRM. You should absolutely add sensitive aliases like finance or HR, and you should really think about blocking common personal domains to keep non-business chats out. It is such a simple, powerful step for way better data quality. Whew, we have covered a lot of ground here, from the big ideas to the exact clicks you need to make. So let's bring it all home and recap the most important points that put you in complete control of your email data. Okay, let's lock this in. 4 key things to remember. 1. You have individual control right there in your inbox. 2. Admins get to set the global rules for the whole team. 3. That never log list is your absolute best friend for clean data. And 4, the big one, tracking is for engagement, logging is for the record. Got it? So we'll leave you with this thought. You now know how to find the controls to turn these powerful features on and off. You know how to customize them. So the real question is, what's your strategy? How are you going to use this control to build a smarter, more efficient process for your business?